Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today we're talking Emily in Paris, Season 2, Episode 2. So, you notice the title, or on the thumbnail of this show, I named it Emily in Paris is Ridiculous, but I Still Love It. That's kind of how I feel. I do love this show, I admit it, but I also am not blind or deaf, so I can see and hear that it has its problems, right? There's definitely issues, and Emily is kind of obnoxious. She can be obnoxious. She expects everybody to speak her language. I mean, there's problems. I get it. I can separate those and still appreciate the show. I appreciate Paris. I love the background, the scenery. I appreciate the wardrobe. The other characters I really like. I like Camille. I like Mindy. I actually even like Sophie this season. I'm surprised how much I'm enjoying her because I sure did not like her in the first season. If you watch those recaps, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I'm not minding her this season. Emily, she's a little insufferable. Again, I'm still okay with it. I'm still going to keep recapping. Let's just dive into this episode. So remember that she was headed to Saint-Tropez. She was headed with Mathieu when he figured out she's still in love with Julian. So he's left her. She's unsure how to get her bag, what to do. And that's how the episode starts out. Camille calls her and wants to know what happened and why Mathieu is posting these things on social media, that he's hung back and he's with all these models. And she explains that he's decided to stay behind. I do not love this outfit on Emily. Those glasses really bothered me. Camille, I don't love her outfit either. I usually love the outfits on the show. These were misses for me. Camille decides she's going to come with Emily. Let's go have some fun. Emily gets in this beautiful chauffeured car and is taken to the most gorgeous hotel I've ever seen in my life. On the way, she calls Mindy and encourages her, please come to Saint-Tropez. The hotel's paid for. Come be with me and Camille. She's feeling guilty about sleeping with Gabriel, and she's pretending like she wants Gabriel and Camille to get back together. I mean, we all know it's a guise, right? Like that she's just trying to soothe her guilty feelings. In the lobby of this grand hotel, she runs into this celebrity, Monsieur Dupree, and he really wants to take a photo of the luggage with Pierre's face on it. He says he'll post it for the world to see what could possibly go wrong, right? So he's posing with this luggage, and she takes pictures and he posts it. And it's just supposed to be a publicity stunt for this luggage idea that she's had. She has the only piece as of right now. So back at the hotel room, we see chocolates and champagne. It's the most beautiful hotel room I've ever seen in my life with the most incredible balcony. This is where stuff starts going wrong for Emily. She's very happy with herself taking selfies. Mathieu says, you should take that photo down right now. And that's the guy with the luggage. And she's like, why? It's doing so well. And he says, make it go away before Pierre has a stroke. Then she gets a call from Julian. And she's asking why everybody's freaking out, and she finds out that this Monsieur Dupree is Pierre's arch nemesis. Luke, she calls, and he mentions it's illegal to work on the weekend, so it's something that keeps coming up, that she's trying to do all this stuff on the weekend. But again, this is where Emily's insufferable, because what she's done is make it so much harder on everybody else. They're just trying to enjoy. Then they end up having to fix everything that she's done on the weekend. So again, if she had just had sex all weekend with Gabrielle, then none of this would have happened. She wouldn't be in all these messes. Okay, so she goes to this beautiful restaurant. You guys, this storyline I don't love. They're trying to push this whole champagne thing. And remember that champagne is Camille's family's. It's supposed to be a spraying champagne. Fine. If that's the silly premise, that's a silly premise. But they make a big deal over and over of saying how bad this stuff tastes. That's ridiculous. You can't make it taste better and sell it as something to spray. It's just kind of silly. But again, still love the show. Okay, so Emily is being a bossy little thing at this restaurant and wanting to know where the champagne is, why it's not on the menu. And one of the managers, Laurent G, comes over. Emily says, the champagne they sent is not on the menu. What's going on? He wants to know who sent her here. And she says, no, she's just there to know about the champagne. It's supposed to be a promotion going on. He brings a bottle over, and she is flabbergasted that he doesn't know how the demonstration's supposed to go. So she's like, don't worry, I'll show you. Again, it's ridiculous, this whole spray bottle champagne, but she has them spray her. There you go. I don't know what that's supposed to prove, but I assume it's just to teach the staff how to do this. So she goes to the bathroom to get cleaned up, and as she's walking out, who does she see but Sylvie? So then we see Camille arrive. Camille and Mindy arrive, and the lady behind the desk says to Mindy, hey, your dad was just here a few weeks before. And I'm thinking, wow, they know. She knows that this is Mindy's dad like that well. Okay, impressive. So Mindy is completely surprised to hear this. Remember, they alluded to a feud in the first season. So then we see the girls out at the pool. Emily and the friends are talking. So Emily and Mindy start talking about Camille. Camille is still reeling about the whole Gabriel situation, and she says she wants to hook up with somebody. The only way to get someone out of your system is to have sex with another one. That's what she's saying. So we're sure this is going to go well. Emily is pretending to care and to try to keep her from hooking up with somebody else so she can help salvage the relationship. Truthfully, it makes no sense. Emily is truly in love with Gabriel. She's trying to do the right thing here and save the relationship, but all she wants is Gabriel. And how could you blame her? Meanwhile, Julian is fixing Emily's mistake. She's gone to Mr. Pierre, and he's explained that Emily had no idea about the feud, and she's just trying to grab attention. She hasn't quite grasped the delicate relationships. So Pierre wants his publicist to renounce knowing this idiot talking about Emily, and Julian's trying to save her ass, basically. Even though she stomped on Julian in his presentation, he's trying to be nice and save her butt. Matthew is not doing much to help things. He's saying this is a bad idea. I think he's just jaded because Emily, didn't work out with him. We see the girls out for dinner that evening, and can I just take 2 hours to talk about how much I love their outfits? I love each of their outfits so much. Look at Camille's dress. It's hard to tell here, but it's actually slit down the side with the buttons. I love it. I love the purple on Emily. I love Mindy's white dress. I think they all look stunning. The only thing I'd change on Emily, I've talked about it before, don't love her eyebrows. I like them okay, but I just think they're a little too much, and I don't love her hairstyle like this. I think she's so cute and so young, and the hair didn't do any favors for her pulled up like this. That's my opinion. Okay, so Camille is completely wasted. Some guy is there. I've already forgot his name. I wrote it down somewhere. But some guy's there. They're kind of flirting with each other. He's from Milan. And we see all kinds of stuff going on at this party. I think the whole idea is Camille's supposed to hook up with this guy, again, to get over Julian. Mindy says that she was able to pull a reservation at Laurent. And so they make a big deal about this. Again, that's the place she was at earlier. They want to see the champagne in action. So they go over to Laurent and they order the champagne. They're making this such a big deal, the champagne. They bring out the wrong stuff. They think she just wants champagne. She's like, no, that's not what I ordered. So she goes to find that manager guy again, right? And he's canoodling some woman. So she's like, excuse me, being a pushy whatever, like, hey, where's my champagne? The woman turns around and dun, 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 it's Sylvie. And she says, why are you bothering Laurent? And apparently they just got the shipment of champagne yesterday. And also, why did you offend Pierre Cadeau? And what happened with Matthew? So Sylvie's catching on to everything going on and asking all these questions. Again, I find Sylvie much more likable this season. She's kind of helping the storyline along without being over the top like she was last season. I find Emily a little too over the top this season, and it's like they've kind of swapped. Loved Sylvie's dress here. This green is stunning. So Sylvie seems to realize that Emily's overcompensating with Camille and tells her, you're going to have to live with your infidelity. You just got to stop working on the weekend. Basically, it's illegal. We find out that the guy she's married to is Monsieur Gâteau. So that's her husband that runs this restaurant. Emily messes up and calls him a dirtbag before she realizes. They're completely in shock. Back at the hotel, Emily and Mindy are completely passed out when Emily gets a text from Camille saying, "Help, I've totally messed up," and basically she's wasted, come get me. Emily says, "Okay, I'm on my way." She has her drop a pin to her location. She finds her at this very beautiful church. We find out Camille is struggling. She's still totally in love with Gabriel. She's afraid she's lost him. Emily tries to help and hugs her and says, "No, you haven't lost him." Oh, what a complicated situation, because again, we know how Emily and Gabriel feel about each other. So next day, and Emily goes to apologize to Mr. Laurent, and he says she's welcome anytime for fun, not for work. I love this dress on Emily. I thought it was stunning. The blue is so pretty. The cut is really flattering. I really liked it. I like her hair like this. Love her color lipstick. Stunning. Okay, so he talks about his wife, Sophie, and how she's changed over the 20 years, but how Sophie reminds him very much of, or I guess Emily reminds him of Sophie. So then we see the girls taking a walk around. Mindy takes them to this tart place. It's a place that her father used to take her when she was younger. She was looking pictures of it earlier. So they take a picture of her there, and she sends it to her dad. To them, she's saying, "I'm going to send him a photo, say, busted bitch. Like, I know you've been here. You're not talking to me." But what she actually sends to him is, "I miss you, Dad," in the text. So it's sweet. I wonder what's going to happen there. I feel like he's going to try to force her to come home. I believe that was the storyline from season 1. Okay. Then she runs into that celebrity guy from the first part of the show. So he happens to be on his yacht, right? He's already stirred up all this with taking the photos of Pierre and the luggage and all this. She says, "Hey, you almost cost me my career." So again, this is where Emily becomes a little unsufferable, because she basically invites herself on this yacht. You guys, he's like at first like, "I don't think so," but then he relents. He lets them on. I don't know. She just kind of pushes her way on. So all the girls climb on this yacht. It's full of hot guys, and they're drinking the champagne, and one of them says it tastes like ass. Again, why is that the storyline? Why not make it taste better and spray it? Camille says it's supposed to be sprayed, and this guy coins it the gay spray of Saint-Tropez. So Emily's like, a light bulb goes off for her, and then she says, "You know what? I'll post it later. I'm on vacation," because she's trying to be like the French, who find it totally illegal to work on the weekends or on vacation. So that's how the episode ends. Again, I do very much enjoy this show. I also understand why some people don't and find it annoying. I get it. But I'm just coming from where I'm coming from. I really enjoy it. I love Paris. I love the fashions. It's so much fun to watch. So thank you guys for watching the review. I hope you've enjoyed it, the recap, and leave me comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you enjoying the season? What are your thoughts on all of it? And are you watching it? Will you be watching it? Are you just watching the recaps? Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Stay healthy and safe. Bye-bye.